How are we all doing? I hope we're all having a wonderful evening. It's a bit wet in the woodlands today. We got a bit of drizzle here, so we've had to set the tarp up. We still got some food on the go though, so that'll be good for after the stream. Got plenty of wood to keep the fire going. Good to see you, Jeevius. Hope you're keeping well. I'm a slow cook. I'm alright, but extremely slow. That's fair. I'm just not a very good cook. Like, I can cook. I'm just not a fan. I'm sometimes don't pay attention, so I burn shit or whatever. Yeah, I'm just not the best at it. Ooh, that's the wrong scene. Let's go to that one. Which doesn't fit a busy household with 2 kids. Yeah, that I can imagine. I can see why your wife would do the cooking then and you do the cleaning up. Certainly, it's the kind of deal that I would go for. I can cook, so I'd be
No,
happy.
you can't.
Well, I can do basic cooking, okay? I'm not a very good cook, but I can do basic cooking. But I would certainly prefer to be the one doing the clean up afterwards, even if it does take a bit of a kick up the ass to do it sometimes. Right. What's the plan today, buddy?
I can't remember.
Fight? Yeah, we can fight. We can fight. Not that we can really hurt each other in this armor. Oh, maybe we can. Did not expect that. Okay, quick. Because fighting in Minecraft is basically who can spam the most. Or at least it used to be anyway. You can... Dude, give over. Give over. Place your bets, folks. How long that's going to last. Right, okay. So I think the plan today is we're kind of getting sick of running out of resources. One of us is constantly mining. Jeevius is betting on you. Look, if this was real life, I'd have him. But in here, yeah, not so much. Right. Okay. So, yeah, let's get ready to do a load of mining. So I was thinking, if we're both mining, those chests will fill up quickly. So if we make another couple of condensers, line them up here, and then we just have everything filter into some diamond chests, we can sort them out afterwards. This is a game. Fairy Glitter is usually better at games. That is unfortunately true.
I mean,
I
just
wish I
play
could
them more
argue.
often. Like,
Well, that is true, but I think you are just generally better. Driving games I'm better at,
oh yeah,
but
like,
outside of that, Tim is generally better at video games.
I remember how genuinely frustrated you used to get whenever we tried racing games, and I would just drive backwards and specifically run into you to smite you.
It would be frustrating, but at the same time, it would also be quite amusing at times. I
It would,
remember,
because there'd be like 3 minutes of like nothing, and I'd be like,
yeah, suddenly a huge crash. I'm bad at games too, so don't worry. Nah, I'm not worried. I'm not. At the end of the day, I don't mind being bad at video games. It's not like I play any of them competitively or whatever. I used to play a lot of Rocket League. I cared a little bit more about that. So that was a lot of fun. I used to win a lot of tournaments at university. Actually, I won every tournament at university, but that feels a bit big-headed to say. But outside of that, yeah, not so much. Generally, I'm just more about having a bit of fun with them, so... Evil incarnate. Right, yeah, so you're upgrading those. I'm going to get another condenser on the go, just in case. What else do I need? I need stone and iron. So yeah, we're going to get set up and we just want to do a load of mining today because we are fed up of running out of resources. We are fed up of running out of resources. Let's see, what are we doing? Oh, while I remember, Tim, I've had some small update. I can at least confirm I will have somewhere to live next month. I'm not getting booted out, which is a small mercy. But things are still moving slow on the house front, just to give you a bit of an update. Let's see.
there, out of interest, where is it that you're going to be moving into?
I'm still going to be here. because no one's officially given notice yet. So the landlord can still say no to our proposal, but they've got to give a month's notice. So at best, they wouldn't be able to get me out until like the 4th of September. Which by that point, I put an offer in on my house in like end of April. So if I haven't got my house by 4th of September, I'm throwing myself out the window by that point.
That's fair.
Oh, that's what I was telling the guys at work. My friends, however, competitive games to the max. I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting competitive so long as it's in good spirits and stuff. I think that's my main problem I have with a lot of competitive games. People get too personal about them. Don't get me wrong, when I do get competitive, I want to win. I get disappointed if I lose, but at the end of the day, it's also just a game. Like, it's not the end of the world, and I think people forget that sometimes. You've said the same sometimes, haven't you, Tim? It's just, oh wait, that's only a chemical chest, you daft bugger. So, having said that, we used to get a little competitive about Dawn of War, didn't we? Not that we're any good at it, but we're still competitive.
That's the friendly sort of competitive, though.
Well, it's the right kind of competitive, I think. Like, wholesome competitiveness helps drive people to improve, and it also just encourages you to have a little bit of fun with things. Let's see. There we go. It's in good spirit. I just have a hard time handling the adrenaline. Yeah, I know that feeling. That's what the reason. Whoa! Boop. 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 No. Boop. Lakea. Lakea. What do you mean,
Well,
null event boop? That's not a null event, Lakea. What the fuck? What? Hang on. Where's that boop? It's that one, isn't it? Why is she not picking that up? Hang on. Let me restart Lakea. I think she's just died a little bit. Hang on.
but not even like.
Look, she's a work in progress, okay? She's a work in progress.
I noticed.
Dude, she's not even in alpha yet. Give me a break, okay? I've been working on her for only a few weeks in my spare time. Right, let's see if she's paying attention now. There we go. Right. You wanted a boob? I gotta give you that boob. I feel kind of bad now. There we go. Sorry that didn't work first time, Jeevious. Lakea decided to have a little bit of a breakdown, I guess? I can relate, though. I can relate. Oh, me and you both, Lakea. Me and you both. Ah, boop. Glad you like it, buddy. Okay, you can stop booping me on the snoot now. Dude, away from the snoot. Away from the nose. Oh, man. I'm glad you like it, buddy. Honestly, that trying to make a GIF is far more difficult than what it should be. Trying to make just a moving hand animation, fucking nightmare. I need to get some proper animation software. What are you doing?
Can you hear that?
Yes, I can. It's really annoying. I can hear it twice. What the fuck are you playing at?
So when you open a chest, an ender chest, it opens all the other ones, and I've realised I put down 4 white ones, so when I open one, all the others up. And now I'm sat here thinking, what happens if you put like 2 stacks of like all just the same ender chest down and just open them all at once?
Ah, genius! Why? Oh, come on. It's not enough that you capture. No, dude. What is this torture? booping me while I'm stuck in a net and you've put a fucking mustache on me? You evil man. I can't move now either. Like, just to prove I'm honouring it, here we go. I'm not. Whoa! Nice try. Was paying attention for that. Thank fuck I got the net off me fast enough. Fucking hell. Right, right, I do need to, change that dagger event, actually. I need to tweak it slightly. Oh, hang on, wait, no, that's dependent on something else. I'll fix that up later on. Because, like, as a side note, I do want to, change the dagger, because at the moment, it blocks all the time. Ah, thank you very much for the lurk, Jeevious. Hope you enjoy the stream. Ah, the dishes? Yeah, I can get that. Hope they don't take you too long, buddy. I do want to change the dagger slightly, so that if I am caught in the net, I can't block it, because that makes more sense. But that's dependent on a few other things. I've got to fix them up first.
I
Right,
love
what
the
am I
idea
doing?
of you doing it suddenly real violent, like everything else is real nice, but then if you're caught in the net and you get stabbed, it's like a real gruesome, like.
No, I'm not gonna like do a gruesome. I'll just have like the pommel strike me in the face. Mainly because I don't want to deal with Twitch getting angry at me if something's something's particularly gory. My wife makes great food. She's messy though. Oh yeah, that's got to be a bit of a bit of a pain to clear up. See, I don't make great food and I'm still messy, so at least she offsets it by offering great food. It's just a bit of shame about the cleanup. What else do I need? I need a diamond pipe. To be fair, you're not the cleanest cooker either, are you, Tim?
Not massively. Like,
I remember you've left some little messes before now. What do I want?
God damn it! You boxed me back in. You.
I haven't done anything. You're the one that put that pipe down.
No comment.
Guess it. Don't you dare try and offload that onto me. Let's see. So that. So what do we want? We want dirt to go in. We want cobble to go in there. We want dirt to go in there. We want sand and gravel. What else do we want to go in there? Flint and slime, because we will probably end up fighting a load of slimes while down there. Mob. Where are we looking for mobs in here? Oh, we are getting a little low on slime balls. We can condense more later on. Let's see. So into black go these. Yeah, my main thing with Lakea is like, War 2 streamers have said they'll test her out for me, but the main problem is she's configured using pure like XML. So you start her up, she loads an XML file, and that's how she's configured. But I haven't made anything to configure that. At the moment, I'm writing all the XML by hand, which I don't think most people are going to be able to do. So that's going. I'm gonna have to make some kind of tool for making the configuration files, which is just a lot of effort, particularly when the data structure is still changing, because I haven't actually planned it all. I'm just winging it, so that's fun. Stone, glass, and redstone. Okay, I'm not gonna need a lot of it though. Okay, glass. Are you already done? Are you waiting on me?
No, I'm figuring out where I'm going to be putting gold pipes and stuff just to make sure it all operates at decent speed.
Ah, fair. I think I'd already put gold pipes in there, hadn't I?
Yeah, but I'm adding more chests at I, so.
Ah, fair, okay. Do we have any more diamond pipes? Diamond chests? Yes, we do, although we've only got 2, so I'm gonna condense much more. On the upside, our power flower is going to be running while we're mining as well, which will help.
Hmm. I'll bring in a bit more of the goods.
Yep. 9 diamond chests, that'll do for now. I don't think we'll fill 9 diamond chests, but I might as well set up all 9 diamond chests. I gotta say, I find the chests in Tekkit Classic, the buildcraft pipes in Tekkit Classic far
Hmm.
more satisfying. Because in newer ones, you've got to actually sit there and like hold down on the click to pop it off. Whereas I find it much more satisfying in this one, where you can just like,
Tapping.
yeah, you can just tap. Like, call me a little bit pedantic, but like, I don't know, I just find it a lot more satisfying.
Okay. Pick a colour, red or blue.
Blue.
We can have the blue ones then. Pop, 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 pop.
Awesome. Right, I've set up the temporary chests and that.
Yeah. Do you want to pick them up, John?
Okay. Do I need
If
all
I,
of these, or do I only need one?
it's one to each chest. It's another 4 chests down there, so you got 8.
Right. Okay.
Don't all these want to be insertion pipes if you're getting one overflowing? Here?
Um. Nah. Because insertion pipes will only fill up one, but if one condenser gets completely full, it stops working, doesn't it?
True, yeah.
So this way it should split evenly, so that one of them never gets overwhelmed. And I can't see us get like we'll get a lot of cobble, but I can't see us getting enough cobble or anything to
You
fill these
alright?
with
Just
diamonds.
chuck in like 16 cobble in each one, just so we can make sure that they're working properly.
In each bag.
Yeah.
Would it not be worth us just having like one bag and loads of engines pumping out of one?
I mean, we can do that if you want, but
I'll trust your judgment, whichever you think is better.
this way it just gives you more of a buffer, really, is what I think. Like,
That's fair. Okay, put 16 in each one now.
yeah, yep, they're coming out of that one, coming out of that one, coming out of that one, and coming out of that one. Oh god, I
Awesome.
forgot to connect up the pipe up there.
You idiot. Well, you can grab that. Well, you're the one that knocked it out after putting it down as well, you daft sod.
Right, no comment.
Let's see. So, oh, I might try and charge up my clients that bit. I'm down to 122,000.
Oh dear.
I know yours is nearly maxed out. You've also got a. Oh wait, we've both got dries, haven't we?
I've got a Via.
Oh damn. Okay, yeah, I'm only on a dry. But considering I'm barely filling it up at the moment, I don't really want to try and upgrade it. They're fucking expensive. Let's see. Swap my equipment out. We should really go for all electric equipment or something like that at this point, but not done it yet, have we?
I don't like the electric stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't feel as satisfying, I'll be honest. It doesn't feel as satisfying. Okay, right. Are you good to go? Is everything ready for us to go mining?
Isn't it?
Awesome. Be a bit of a chill one. Shall I join you on your level and just do what you're doing in a different direction?
That's up to you, yeah.
I'll probably do that, otherwise I'll end up walking miles away. Do you have much food?
Mine's all condensed, which I know you're bloody picky about.
Ugh. Condensed. Oh, we've got like 16 cooked fish here. I've got 37 steak. That'll do. That'll do. Right. Are you already down in the mine?
Oh, I'm about to come down now.
Okay, well, might as well head down now. We should probably fill in where this pipe came up at one point. Wait, hang on. Oh, yeah. I was just about to say, how's this stuff coming up if not through a pipe? I forgot. Ender chests.
You muppet.
Also, I'm pretty happy with how well Lakea held up there, considering Jeevius redeemed a lot of redeems in one go.
I did an alright job.
Aye, she's coming along quite nicely. Right, are you taking that far end wall?
Yeah.
I think I'll work on this wall over here. There's a lot of fucking slimes. Oh, I forgot torches. Damn it. I did what
For
you
once I
usually
didn't.
do. Yeah. Hang on. I mean, I've got a stack, but it won't last long. Hang on. Grab a few stacks. Yeah, where are all torches? Vanilla items, that's it.
Oh.
What have you done?
Put a hole in the ground.
You twit. We're nearly out of
Cover that up.
torches. Hang on, let's make a few more. I appreciate that you thought about the layering of the effects. I will be completely honest with you, Jeevius. I hadn't yet. In that case, they just happened to be in the right layer. I forgot to check that. I'd thought about it, and then completely forgot to check, so it just happened to be that they were in the right order. It was something that I meant to sort out, though, so it's nice to know that they're roughly in the right order. It would have looked a little bit bizarre if, like, the mustache was, like, on top of the net. I still want to change up a few of them, though. I don't know if you heard. I said things like the dagger. Obviously, when I'm caught in the net, it doesn't make much sense that I am able to block that. But that requires a little bit more work on Lakea before I can implement being able to change that. Because that's going to require the conditions to be implemented. And she's not quite that far yet. Got other things in that I want to improve as well, but we're slowly getting there. She's coming along and we're able to add more as a result. Oh, hello, creeper. That was a bit loud. Hang on, turn that down a bit. Fucking hell. Bloody fucking slimes. Yeah, and how not to die if not deflecting. Yeah, I was saying I'll probably have it so that the dagger probably smacks me in the face. Have the handle smack me in the face. Like that fucking hurts. I don't know if you've ever taken... Oh, fuck, I threw my sword at them. No, haha, fuck. I tried doing Archer's Guard and it didn't work. I don't think anyone's going to understand what that is. Do you remember Archer's Guard, Tim?
Throw the sword run away.
Well, Run Away wasn't part of the manuscript, but it was sort of mentioned in the manuscript. No!
Well,
Jordan, why? Fuck! I'm being shot by a skeleton. I can't do shit.
I feel like the runaway is sort of synonymous because if you don't kill them, they've got a sword and you don't.
I'm pretty sure Fury does mention it in his manuscript. I'd have to go back and check, but I think he does mention it. So for... Oh, no, not again! The fucking net! Damn it! Oh boy. Yeah, so for people who are probably wondering what we're on about, Archer's Guard was a guard in Fiore di Libera's manuscript. So Fiore di Libera was a Italian longswordsman in the 14th century, and a lot of longsword manuscripts actually end up using some of the stuff that he put in. And one of the things he spoke about was Archer's Guard, and in Archer's Guard you actually held your sword with like the flat of the blade in one hand, and then you'd hold your other hand in like the pommel, so that the sword's actually laying horizontal. And the whole idea of this guard was that you'd actually throw it at your opponent. However, Fury himself noted that this was not necessarily the best idea, as if you didn't kill your opponent, you were left with no sword, and they still had their sword. So it was perhaps not in your best interests to use this guard. But he noted it was there for completion of the manuscript. I'm pretty sure he says completion. I can't remember the exact wording. But effectively he says, look, this is something you can do, but it's a fucking terrible idea. Yeah, but Let's see. Right,
Oh God, what have I done?
what
Quick
have
the
you done?
wrench. My
What have you
one-way
done?
pipes are fucked up, so they're just slowly building and building and building.
You idiot. Are you trying to make my PC lag?
Well, I was sat there thinking like, oh, it did. The lag is beginning. Like,
I've not got any lag yet. Interestingly. It's probably the rendering.
oh, switch to my view a minute.
It's on your view.
Yeah, all that was stuck in the pipes.
Oh dear, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a fair bit. That's a fair bit.
I was sat there thinking, why are two of my ender pouches not emptying? That was why.
Yeah, that'll do it. That will definitely do it. Uh, oh, fucking mobs, go away. Now I've got a zomble on my ass. Wait, why am I hitting him with my ring? That's not gonna do shit. You know what? I will actually, like, manually mine some of this good stuff while I'm here, because, why not? Ooh, tungsten. That's definitely worth grabbing, actually. Oh, no! Oh, I nearly lost the tungsten in the lava. I would have been actually gutted. There we go. 2 pieces of tungsten. That's 4 diamonds, just like that.
Oh, have you got the tungsten going into it, or is the tungsten?
No, it's going in the other chests.
Oh, fair. Oh
We
well.
didn't have any tungsten laying around. That
Yeah,
wasn't in like our other pipes. I didn't want to take away from our other pipes because
it's fair
otherwise we'd
enough.
forget. So it's like, yeah. Plus, we get the satisfaction of like doing it manually, which the pipes do sometimes take away from you. So
You'd say you're mining out some of the nice stuff then.
yeah, mainly just because we can. Like, it's probably not as efficient at this point, considering how much
I was gonna say I
you get.
was working towards getting bloody Fortitude 3, wasn't I, for some of them? Like,
I don't. Is it worth it at this point? I mean, you can still do it if you want. It's a nice little side goal.
probably not at this point, but at some point maybe. Just so I've got it.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things at this point. It's just nice to have, isn't it?
Mm.
You can see, you might as well, kind of deal. Oh. Honestly, it's kind of nice to just have like a chill stream of not doing a lot, just vibing a little bit. Let's see. Oh, fucking! I wish I was on my view at that point. I was in a small, like, 1v1 hole mining some stuff, and a creeper dropped in with me. A creeper decided to drop by, and oh, fucking hell. Whew, fuck. That could have gone better. If I did not have the armor I have on now, that would have killed me. Ooh, some
Well,
diamonds. We'll nab that. We will nab those. Oh, man. Right, I'm going to stop manually mining and start going back to... Oh, oh, this slime's bugging out a bit.
you know, I forgot how I still had issues with how quickly I filled up my ender pouches.
I mean, with that, when you've got a destruction... Oh, fucking Enderman, feck off. When you've got a destruction catalyst, it does make it a little bit easier, doesn't it?
Mm. At some point, I might even upgrade it again, so we've both got 8 sets of pistons.
Sounds good.
Perhaps I might just do that now quickly, to be honest. Quickly rush back.
Fair enough. If you all get on with that. I've just figured it would be good to get, like, mainly mining done this session. Like, this stream.
Yeah, but I want the mining to be done with maximum efficiency.
Nothing wrong with that. Hang on. Damn, this cave can fucking up this process a little bit. I've done that the wrong height as well. There we go, that's at the right height. Damn it, this cave is ruining the uniformity. And I know I don't have to keep the uniformity, but like, the perfectionist in me is just like, no, we have to. Oh, I should have had arrows and rotten flesh. And while you're up there, do you all like stick arrows and rotten flesh to go in the condenser?
I can do.
And maybe like the other mob droppings as well. I've got slime balls
We've only
going in
got
there.
3 slots left, so if I do.
If you just put on another pipe out another side of it and then just iron pipe it back in. Like it's not
Hmm.
pretty, but it'll do. What I'm also kind of tempted to do is like, maybe not. Oh, I can see you've actually. Oh, hang on. Okay, I see what you did. You started to mine stuff out of the floor, and then you got bored of it, didn't you?
How did you guess?
I could see at one side where the entrance is, it's mainly cobble in the floor, and then it just slowly pieces off where there's less and less cobble and more resources. Let's see. So, about that. Next shot. Oh,
Well, I tried to do a diamond pipe and an iron pipe, but I'm clearly doing something wrong because
what?
all of a
Hang on.
sudden
Let me
cobble
have a look
started
at
going.
what you're doing. What are you doing? You don't need another diamond pipe.
What?
You can just
Oh
use
yeah.
that diamond pipe. It's got 6 sides. Just use that diamond pipe. Put another stone pipe coming off it, off that side. Another stone pipe below it.
Oh, what's
No,
going on here
no,
now?
no. Knock out that iron pipe. Right. Now put a stone pipe where that. Okay, hang on. Below the diamond pipe, put a iron pipe.
Oh God, no! What?
Dude!
What? What I'm doing? Quick!
Right, the pipe below the diamond pipe, knock it out. Now put an iron pipe where that pipe was. There we go. Right, now put a stone pipe below that other stone pipe. Right, you're done. Now pick up the shit off the
Why is it
floor.
putting lapis in here?
That might just be a graphical. Oh, it is putting
It's
lapis in there.
not.
Right click
Oh,
on the diamond.
oh, it's because it's splitting them evenly because you've not got anything sorted for the blue. It's only filtering
Oh,
them down the black,
yeah,
sir.
yeah. Put that cobble in green. Put the cobble in green. No, no, put those back. That's fine.
Like,
That's fine. No, put them back.
so it was the
Yeah,
the the, and then
and then just put something to go in green for the condenser. There you go.
E.
It's because it had 2 outputs with nothing in it, so it would just split randomly for unsorted items. But
You
if
know
it
when we
had,
was just sat here 5 minutes, 10 minutes ago saying that I'm the better one at games?
it, okay, maybe I think at like survival crafters, it kind of depends on how much time we put in. Because I've put in a lot more time into like the technical Minecraft mods than Tim has. But like other
Have
games
you?
like
I
Space
don't think it
Engineers.
shows.
But then in like other games like Space Engineers, Tim's put in a lot more, so I could never figure out Space Engineers. I think we didn't we do like some videos on that once, like years ago.
Aye.
I remember having this fucking slime is having a real freak out in front of me. Fucking hell. I can't even kill it, but it's like pushing me around. I can't stop it. Little shit. I don't remember much from that, to be honest. Seriously, what? Just please stop. Stop. Stop, you little fucker. You little bleeding shitting asshole. I, Me and you are about to have big problems. Right, I'm gonna fly away, and then you can despawn, and then I'll come back and do me feckin' mining job. He's still there. I'm gonna fly right over to the other end. Fucking hell. Are you done with those pipes yet?
That might take me a bit of time.
Why? What are you doing?
I've got to make some more redstone engines and stuff. It'll be fine. You keep mining.
Okay, I'll keep mine. Just don't spend forever. We're meant to be like solely mining today. That's
Yes,
all we got on the agenda.
but efficient mining.
I, oh, no, there's two of them now. I went away so you despawned and you spawned another little shit. What are you doing? Go away! I can't do my job. Let me, you get back, you fucking asshole, slimy little cuboid little shit, gunky little bastard, bitchy little shitting fucker. Can't even kill it. Go away! Actually, fucking do one. Fucking shitting bastard. There, die. Right, you get back here. Taste my sword, you rusty little green slime balling. Fuck. Fuck. Got him. That aggravated me far more than it had any right to.
I could tell.
Oh boy. Right, there we go. There we go. Oh, you can go back to Tim's view now. It's probably more entertaining since he's playing with pipes. Oh man. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Right, let's see. Nab all of that. Right, yeah, so you can start pumping it out. You got more shit coming your way.
Oh yay!
Oh, why don't I just do that? That makes far more sense. That makes far more sense. Breathe. Oh, I was breathing. I was breathing so that I could draw more breath and curse them harder. Like, that was annoying. Oh, man. The delay is real. Ah, oh, that sucks. You can try refreshing your page, Jeevious. Sometimes that shortens the delay. It does suck though when you end up with like a really tight delay. It does kind of make it a little bit harder to like enjoy stuff. It's why I try not. I don't put in any manual delays or anything like that. Although it can be deemed more risky that way, but is what it is. Let's see. Oh fuck! There's water. Fuck. No! Let's go swipe out a load of our torches. Damn it! Put that back down. Oh, joys. Are you still trying to deal with those pipes?
Well, I've only just made the bits to just put them in.
You're really struggling with them, aren't you?
I'm just figuring stuff out. Like,
That's fair. I'm gonna say, so what are you doing?
I'm doubling them up. So
Doubling what up? Oh, the chests? You're making even more of them?
Yep.
Dude, is that really necessary?
Yep.
If something's worth doing, it's worth overdoing.
Exactly.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I have a message. Oh, I should probably leave this one until after the stream, but I'm not, because this might be art. Holy shit, that is amazing. Oh, I'm so sharing that in the Discord channel. Oh,
Everything alright?
yeah, no, I've just got a new piece of art from Tekkit. And it is amazing. It's a new piece for Lakeia.
Oh.
Give me a minute, Jeevious. I haven't got the full file yet. Gratitic will email it over to me later on, but I'll see if I can take a screenshot of it and post it in the Discord. Honestly, if anyone wants to go get art like go check out Greta Tick stuff. They do like monthly raffles and that, and their art is absolutely amazing. Oh no, why is that not working? What? No, why is that not displaying? Why is that not working? Hang on, overlays. Why is that not working? Lakeia says that's working. No. Okay, fine. Which one was it? We'll manually do it. That is actually a piece that Greta Tick did as well. Hang on, it's not that one. It's not that one. There we go. It's that one. Haha. Don't know why that didn't enable. Hang on, let me check out. Let's see. Lakeia didn't pick up that event. Okay, I'm gonna have to deal with Lakeia later on. But yeah, seriously, go check out Greta Tick. This is another piece they did of looping and materials, and they do absolutely beautiful art. Like genuinely, go check them out. Yeah, I don't know what you've done, Genius. Like she's been working perfectly, but for some reason she's decided to not keep going. Um, hmm. Hang on, wait. Sending pub sub key? You already had connected to that. I don't know what the deal is there. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly put you on Tim's point of view while I answer this. Do, 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 do. Right, okay. Right. Stop looking at messages. Partly because I'm being beaten up by a slime. Do, 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 do. Yeah, hang on. I'm also going to restart Lakeia real quick. I don't know what is up with her. This is a new build of her, to be fair. This, like, so, since last stream, I've deployed a new build of her. So, I'm wondering if it's something about this new build that's just freaking out a little bit. You need a YOLOKU there command to test her? That's not a bad shout, actually. Can you do me a favour, Jeevious, and either put that in the Discord channel or raise that as an issue on my GitHub? And I will get that done. That will definitely get moved over from triage into the to-do pile. Thank you very much, Jeevious, because that's not a bad shout. So this version of Lakeia will do commands? Pretty sure she does commands this. Yeah, this deployment of Lakeia can handle commands. But she doesn't have any commands that... She doesn't have a default commands. They're all custom commands at the moment. So... Yeah, those quotes, that's not done by Lakeia herself yet. That's still done by our woodland scene, which just pretends to be Lakeia. I was going to move that functionality over, but then I realized that that functionality is actually dependent on some of the other work I need to do in Lakeia first. So, I don't know if you saw that on the... yeah, Stealth Lakeia, basically. I don't know if you saw it on the GitHub project, but I actually there's a ticket for the quote system, and I moved it into the progress pile, and then I did a load of work, and I ended up moving it back into the blocked pile when I realized I couldn't actually complete that work yet. I'm currently working on the bit of work that is holding that up. Effectively, the commands and everything in the chat, or all the events from Twitch actually have arguments. So, for example, a command from Twitch, one argument would be the user who's sent the argument. However, these arguments aren't currently used when Laquea processes an event. She's able to detect an event, but she's not able to detect like who triggered the event, how many bits were there in a bits event, were there any arguments in a command type thing, and that's what I'm working on at the moment, and that's why the quote system couldn't be implemented in Laquea yet. So we're working on it. We'll get there. They'll be in soon. Just needs a little bit more time.
At least could you take all your bits out of the triple blue one, John?
Okay, yeah.
Or just not put any bits, you stop putting bits in any of that.
Dude, I need to like get rid of stuff. Why are you having so many issues? Oh man, you you make it a bit of a mess of that, aren't you?
Mate, it's fine. It's all fine. Why is that going that way? It's fine.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, he says. Absolutely not sounding fine.
All right, you should be good to put stuff in now.
Oh, I've already put stuff in another bag. Alright, let's see. So is Laquea still going? Yep. Okay, she detected that command. Hang on, I've just realised that's changed my scene, but yeah, Laquea detected that command. Like, Laquea in chat there is actually Woodland Laquea. Stealth Laquea, as she's now going to be called.
Could you put some bits in all of your bags again, just so I can double check they're all coming through right?
Uh, give me a sec to, like, get something to put in there, then yeah. Oops. I shouldn't have done that yet. Oh, well.
Oh, you got some bits to go in there now.
Yep. There we
So
go.
that one opens. Next one.
Now I'm gonna have to, like, dig something again. If I
It don't
do,
have to be a lot. It just has to be like half a stack or something. I don't know.
hang on, and then in this one,
Yep, that one opens that one.
and then
That
that
one opens
one,
that one.
and then boop 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 that one.
That
There
one
you
opens
go.
that one. Make sure it's all going through right.
Awesome.
So once those redstone engines go, you should really starting to shift out of
It
them now.
gets as soon as they're up and going, it'll be like Speedy Gonzales, which I forgot that quote. I think that was Portal 2. Was that Portal 2? Can you remember, Tim?
Yes, it was because it was all the white goop.
Okay, yeah, that was Portal 2. Oh, that's hilarious. The lack of context from some of the quotes is absolutely hilarious sometimes. Oh, man. Oh, you bastards! Trying to get a drop on me. Mother little shits. Hey, you little sods. You little sods. Are you still trying to sort out the pipes?
I'm just double and triple checking it all because I don't want to come down to the bar and just lag the whole thing.
You know in the past when you've complained about systems I've built and stuff like that.
It's fine. It's
It's
fine.
fine, he says, sounding utterly unconvinced.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh man, I've got like songs stuck in my head. I found a new artist who did like songs, who did a song for Lackadaisy. It's like a electro jazz kind of vibe, and he's done like some other songs. I just can't get them out of my head at the moment.
Well,
Like fucking hell, I have to post a link to his Spotify in the Discord because I just cannot get his songs out of my head. I had some of them list going on repeat while I was at work.
I'm sure you were loved for that.
Oh, I've got headphones on. Dude, I'm not just blasting it out. I would be very unpopular if that was the case. Um, Having said that, I did used to have a thing where because I worked at home for so long, I could just sing and no one would listen. So then when I first went back into the office and I'd be sat there singing to myself, that brought a lot of amusement into the office. Oh man, let's see, toss a load more shit in there. You're not doing much mining, are you, buddy?
I we're just about done there.
Awesome. We can start going into full swing with this mining. How many quotes have we got now? Hang on, I want to have a quick look. I've just realised, hang on. I really need to get this Stream Deck. I've now actually like copied the exclamation mark into my copy and paste so that I can use it without changing scene.
Jesus.
We got 12? Awesome. I didn't even realise we had that many already. They build out quite quick, aren't they?
Mm.
Okay, I've just had a terrible idea. Part of me was about to say, oh, maybe I should have something where it just posts every quote we've got into chat in one go. That's just going to be a massive spam fest, that, isn't it? So maybe not a great idea. But maybe one that like posts like multiple in one go instead of just one. Oh, feck off, Zombo.
Where are you mining then?
When you come down from the
Oh,
mine
yeah.
and like go backwards, there we go.
Huh?
Quote fest. That's not a bad idea. Yeah. How many quotes would we expect it to do? I think it should be a random number between like X and Y. So like a random number between 3 and 5 or something like
But
that.
X and Y are letters.
How fucking asshole, you know what I mean. You of all people should know what I mean. 3 to 5. That sounds like a solid idea. Can you put that in the Discord for me, please, Devious? That is something that Lakea can already do. Oh, wait, no. No, it's not. In fact, no, put it in the Discord, because that functionality is already in other tickets. So that functionality would come under the quotes ticket that we've already got. So it doesn't need a new issue raising for it. Once like I finish the work I'm doing at the moment and the quotes ticket, she'll be able to do that. So it just needs implementing in her. Like, to explain the process a little bit, we actually end up with a bit of two versions for Lakea. So we've got the deployed version, which is what I'm running on the streams, but then we have the development version, which is the version that I'm still like building right now. So the development version will always have more functionality than the deployed version, but it takes effort for me to move the development version over to deployed version, because one, I want to make sure that it's bug free and it's not gonna have issues, which, as you can tell, isn't always successful. But more importantly, too, the deployment version. As I said earlier, she's configured using an XML file, and the deployment version is just using like test data, effectively like test events, whereas the deployed version actually has it configured to process all our stream events. And every time that I make a new deployment version, I have to update that config file for her with all the new events and everything. So some ideas might not need like new development. She might already be able to do them. I just need to put them in the config file. Whereas other ideas might be blocked by like future issues that need to be developed before I can do it. That's a good idea, actually. Comment on the core issues. Awesome. That is a good idea because we can expand it on that issue. Awesome. Thank you very much, Jeevious. Appreciated. All that in. But yeah, it's slowly coming along. We'll get there with her. We'll get there with her.
Oh, I can already see this being faster.
What being faster? Oh,
The end of
oh
pouches.
yeah, like I've noticed the amount it's sucking out is ridiculous. It's not updating in ones and twos anymore. Let's put it that way. But yeah, we've got a lot of cool stuff. So she can already, let's see, what can this current deployed instance of Lacay do? She has timers, so she can post messages to chat on a timer. She can process commands, but the commands can't take arguments at the moment, so they're only like simple basic commands. What else can she do? She can take follow events. So if someone follows, she can do stuff. If someone um, channel redeems, she can do. Although some of them at the moment go straight to the woodland scene. Let's see, what can she output? You know, now that I'm actually thinking about it, she can't do as much as what I thought she could. Look, it's a work in progress. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there with her. She's coming along quite nicely. I've got a few ideas that I want to do in the future as well that I've not put on the issues yet. Just because I want to do a little bit of research and I don't want people to get excited for them in case they don't quite pan out. There's water in there. But I've got a few things that if I do get working, I think you know some, and Tim, will be really cool to get implemented and will really add to like the streams. Because another thing I want to do as well is have her so that she'll do things in the Discord. So you'll be able to interact with it not just during the streams, but 24/7 in the Discord. Like that would be absolutely brilliant. Obviously, what she does in the Discord is going to be different compared to the stream. She's not going to, like start posting messages to Twitch chat from the Discord if I'm not streaming. But, like, in general, it'll give, like, more things to play around and have her do, so that'll be fun. Another thing that I was thinking about that could be kind of fun, but I need to find an artist for this, and it will be, like, in some months' time. I was thinking we could have some like GIFs or whatever, like some loop animations, and just have them at like the top right of the stream, so that she's just like occasionally doing things. Like maybe she's reading a book, maybe she's playing on a swing or whatever. Just like to give her a little more personality on the streams. I think that'll be kind of cool. What do you reckon, Tim?
I don't know. Sorry, I'm
What?
already mentally switched off on mining.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. Right, straight up. Awesome. Right, go back to yonder end. Oh boy. What do I want to do? I want to throw all
I
this
nearly
in there.
died on my bike today.
What do you mean nearly died on your bike? What did you do?
So you know, how I described what the actual issue was, and I've been
Yes.
putting double. It's definitely been fixing it.
What, is it faster?
It's not that the thing was the handle was getting stiff. Beforehand, you probably had to yank the handle round to get it to go. I sat on it this morning and sort of like in not a sleep state, but sort of like not paying attention too much to that specific bit. I fucking yanked the handle round, it just goes whoop, right into full throttle, and I nearly go off the back of the fucking bike. Like,
I know I shouldn't laugh, but that is kind of funny. Mainly because if it was me, you totally would be laughing right now
oh
as well,
yes,
which is why I do
absolutely.
not feel bad laughing. Oh, man, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss riding to work. Like, as much as it was a bit of a ball ache when I was having to, like, ride several miles to get to work, including a big fucking hill on the way home, which was not fun. It was also kind of nice. A good way to help keep fit as well, to be fair.
Hence why I work where I do.
Yeah, that is the one thing I kind of miss about my job. Not having much physical, not much to do physically. It is a bit eh. Sometimes I wonder if I just went into completely the wrong career. Which is kind of amusing for considering I still do development in my spare time, even though that's literally what I do on a daily basis.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. I don't come over and say, you know what, I really want to make some Swiss rolls. Like,
ADHD, my man, when you hyperfixate, you hyperfixate. It's a bitch. It's a massive bitch. Oh man, I mean, you remember what I used to be like with dens and stuff like that as a kid. So like
oh
as a kid, if we
Lord.
went on holiday, I would literally like grab a ball of string, some scissors, I'd go to a woodland and I'd just start like building like little dens and stuff like that, busies and stuff. And honestly, I could spend all day out there, just take a bit of food with me, and I would happily be out there. And then Tim would often have to like come get me when tea was ready or whatever. I do kind of miss being able to do that. I genuinely miss being able to do that. Oh, more mining. Have you managed to find much good shit? I've not really been paying attention to what I've been getting, I'll be honest.
Neither have I. Like,
Okay, we'll just have a look when we get back. The chest should be pretty full up by that point.
all I know is that it is now working at a pretty decent speed.
I mean, a small surprise given how many chests are up there. Like, fucking hell. Like, look at this, guys. Look how fast this bro. Bear in mind, this is redstone engines. Like, fucking hell. The amount of core. There we go. Keep mining. Oh, I'm hoping, like, we're going to be able to start making some more dark matter once we've done all this. Because I think we're just going to need more power flowers. Because the thing is, when you start getting to red matter levels, mining just stops. It's
Yeah,
not worth it. It doesn't get you enough. Like, in terms of EMC value. Oh, you little shit bastard fucker! You jumping, ambushing little shit. Ah, you! Fuck off, you wannabe Spider-Man shit. You can fuck off before you've jumped down as well. Hey, Torskin, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Hope you're keeping well. Let's see, what was I doing? I'm just pointing upwards. I've gone into a ravine, so I'm barely getting anything. Fuck. Man, the amount of space we've cleared out here. I say we, you've done most of it. It's absolutely
I was
insane.
about to say, is that a royal we?
I mean, I've done some of it, but it's certainly nowhere near as much as you. You good? Awesome. Glad to hear it. Oh, you bloody skeleton. Piss off. Oh, been up to much fun today? Oh, you little... Die! Everything's trying to ambush me today. Fuck. Right, let's see. Oh, great. Now I'm collecting mushrooms. I'm turning into fucking Mario. Why am I collecting mushrooms? I don't need those. Alright. Oh, they're just in the way. That's why. Just leveling the floor out. We might not be in the most... Oh, you bastard! Oh, why am I getting so many of the mobs? Why are you barely getting any?
Just look, I guess. Like,
I swear, your luck in video games. Well, you know what I was saying earlier about you being better at video games? I'm not going to say all of it, but some of it is just your lucky bastard sometimes.
oh yeah, like
Fucking hell.
it's not even just in games though. Like
Just in
games of
general.
chance and stuff. Like,
Yeah, just in general. I remember
oh,
playing.
oh, oh,
What
oh,
have you?
oh, 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 oh,
Oh, oh,
oh, oh, oh, oh, oh, oh,
oh,
oh, oh, oh, oh, oh, oh, oh, oh, oh, oh.
Quick, catch it! Game of catch the lava. How quickly can you make a saucepan?
Got it.
You made that bigger. It didn't need to be that big. You should have made it smaller, dude.
Ah, it's
A game
fine.
of how small can you make it while still being
Listen,
accurate.
I'm just gonna
Awesome.
skirt around that.
Grab all of that. Boom. I faced my Icewind Dale campaign. Hey, awesome! In Baldur's Gate 2 playthrough. How did it go? I've not played Baldur's Gate 2. I briefly tried Baldur's Gate 1 and couldn't get into it, but I do need to give it another shot at some point. Yet to play Baldur's Gate 3, although I've heard a lot of good things about Baldur's Gate 3. My only thing with it is I'm still not impressed with the way they've done the early access. Like I said in another stream, when I found out it only just came out of early access, it's only just had full release. Early access for it came out 3 years ago, and they were charging full price. I'm sorry, but if it's only just been released, this still makes me angry that video game publishers do this. Expecting people to pay full price for a video game that is clearly not ready is not on. Not on in the slightest. Oh boy. But yeah, bar that. How was Baldur's Gate 2? Not played that one. When did it come out compared to the first? Because the first one was a 90s game, right? Ah, bloody gravel. Yoink. Boom, boom, boom. Right, out the way. I'm not fighting more of you. Ooh, more tungsten. We'll nab that. I won't mind now. Oh, will you? Fuck. Like, seriously. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Think we need to get some BG3 streaming going? I would love to. Oh, actually, we might. A friend of mine might be getting into streaming, and might be doing something like that. So yeah, might be able to do something.
BG3.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Ah,
Uh, which is basically like the new Neverwinter Nights for D&D.
yeah, I've seen. Yeah.
It is different though. It runs differently. First was 97. Oh, the second one was only a few years after then. Interesting, because that was. Did I think someone said it was second edition D&D, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2? Probably. Like Neverwinter Nights was 3.5, and that was 2007. I think it was
Never a nice
2007.
was earlier than that, wasn't it?
Was it? Was it 2004?
Let
Oh
me do a
no,
quick
hang on. I'm
Google.
putting it on your view. I'm gonna quickly Google it.
I'm googling it.
Too late. I'm doing it. Oh, Tolkien beat us both to it. Wait, 2002?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I thought it was a little bit later than that.
No. Because I distinctly remember how young we were when we first played it. Like, I
Yeah, that's
didn't
fair.
understand a single bloody thing about it
None of
because
us
we were
did.
so young. Like,
All we kind of saw was big fancy particle effects on the spells, and it's like, ooh, we want bigger spells. We want bigger, more damaging, fancy particle effects. Same year as Morrowind and Dungeon Siege. I don't think I've ever played Dungeon Siege. I might have it on Steam, but I don't think I've ever played it. Should do a stream at some point where I just go through like old games that like I've got on Steam but never played. That would make for an interesting one, wouldn't it? Alright. Keep nabbing all of this. How's my client star? Oh, my client star's already down to half what it was. I might have to
hell,
go back to the surface at some point just to like recharge.
just use the tungsten that we'll have mined so far.
Well, I can't. I haven't got the transmutation tablet, have I?
You know, I mean, when you go up there, like,
Oh, right, yeah, no, I'll probably use that. Yeah, it's got the most. Like, we've got, what, 3, 4 pieces of tungsten?
I've sent more than that up.
Oh, okay, I've sent up like 3, 4 pieces of tungsten. Oh, I also mine diamonds out the floor. Diamonds or tungsten, I'll mine out the floor. Because that's like
So,
worth something. Everything
so
else on
you're
the floor.
quite slow now. You're mine.
I am quite slow on how I mine, but I'm just kind of chilling, enjoying myself. I'm
I'm
also like
actually.
talking to chat and that at the same time, aren't I?
Even with double the amount of redstone engines, I'm still filling up my bags faster than they can empty.
Fucking hell, dude. Fucking hell. It's the same composer for all three. Ooh, for the music. Nice. Okay, that should be pretty good actually, because the music for Neverwinter Nights actually really suits that game. It suits that game beautifully. So that I kind of want to hear the music now just to get a sample. I need to go back to Neverwinter Nights. I started streaming it and then stopped. Need to finish it. I might see if I can find someone to join me for the Neverwinter Nights streams though, because that'll be fun. Maybe see if I can pull Liminal on. Because we did a playthrough not that long ago, didn't we, Tim? So.
Mm. It's a shame you couldn't get Will in with his bloody Santa.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Honestly, I kind of wish we could get Willing, because I think he would actually enjoy Neverwinter Nights. But
Had all the lag issues, didn't we?
it's not just the lag issues, it's also scheduling. Both me and him are just really busy peeps. So it's kind of difficult to get him in, which is why we haven't done much more of the Halo stuff, which is a real shame. Because I really...
Motherfucker.
What have you done?
I just did 6 lots of mining upwards and then a creeper came down and blew up all the bits. There might have been something good in that.
Wow, all that burnt EMC. At this point, that's actually the worst thing the creepers can do for us, really, isn't it? Make us use up our EMC like that. Let's see. Oh man. But yeah, like me and Will have a few ideas for what we want to do because we've got to finish the Halo games. But we also,
Which ones haven't you done?
well, we've only done Halo 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, well.
We haven't done the other Halos. We also had some ideas for other things we wanted to do. So we wanted to do like a Halo speedrun side by side and see who would finish it faster, me or Will. But I was gonna have like a head start because Will is like obviously the better Halo player. Um, and like the main reason that was waiting for was so that we could have both points of view on stream. So that was actually the main reason I started looking at RTMP stuff, which obviously we've been able to do for a while, but we've just not been able to schedule a time with both three.
Yeah.
So it's a case of really want to do that at some point. It's just having a Saturday with both three, because it would most likely be a Saturday stream so that we could run a little longer if need be. Wouldn't want to do it on a weekday because there's something like that we'd want to be able to go longer if we need to. Just because it gives that little bit of extra time. Which is not something we have on a weekday.
You two are just too busy. Like, you do too much.
I'm sorry if we'd like to, enjoy life by going and doing things.
It's just too much. How do you get enjoyment out of it?
Dude, you say too much, and that you only say too much because you don't do anything.
Yeah, that's about the right amount.
No, it's not. Oh, man. Sometimes it really is hard to tell that we're related. I like to go out and do stuff, and you actually just hate going out. Oh, man.
It sounds like some comedy skit sometimes, doesn't it? One brother's autistic, one brother's ADHD. Like,
You know what? When you put it that way, it does actually explain a lot from us growing up, doesn't it?
oh yeah.
Like that Oh, I think it's only just kind of sank in. I've just watched that on your view.
It just blew up a bunch of me bloody things again.
Oh man. You know what? I'm kind of curious what would happen if we said that to our parents now at this point. Like, yeah, one's autistic, one's ADHD. Like, what did you expect to happen? Oh boy. Right, nab that. Throw all this in. Cool. I do kind of want to get a diagnosis, but I'm still kind of put off by it. Just because, like, how long it takes through the NHS. And a friend of
Mhm.
mine has gone private and has managed to get a diagnosis, but it still took them like multiple months, and they had to pay over £1,000 for that.
Yep.
They also haven't technically been given it officially yet. They've just had the medication sent out to them. It's like, well, I don't actually want the medication. I just want to, like, have it confirmed. Like, be able to say, look, here we go. I'm not just making shit up. It's like you told some of the guys at work, it's like, oh, you've got ADHD. Oh, you haven't got a diagnosis. It's like self-diagnosed. It's like, well, yes, but that's how you know to go and get a full diagnosis. It's just not easy getting a full diagnosis as an
Mhm.
adult. All that stuff in there. You've not set it up so much that we're going to be overloading those two condensers now, have you?
Probably.
Fuck's sake. If we go back and there's shit all over the floor, I'm blaming you.
I might run back and double check.
No, I'll do it because I'm gonna have to go back to recharge my client star.
Ah, fair. Go on then.
So, and if need be, I'll just make like a third condenser and whack that down. Right, where's the exit again? Ah, yes, it's there. Let's see. Boom, boom. Flying up, flying up. Oh man,
Put it on your view and we'll have a quick look at how much we got so far.
that's what I'm doing. Because then we'll take a quick break so that we can run to toilet. I can
Yep.
also answer Greta Tick properly because I feel a little bad about just giving a dash answer. But it is a beautiful piece of art they've done. Yeah, condensers are, or they are actually filling up slightly actually. So I think I will put in a third condenser.
Well,
As for, oh wow, like it's still on the first chest, but it's looking pretty good.
mm,
Hang on, I think I'm gonna have a few more things going to a condenser though.
like,
Mushrooms,
yeah, that's fair.
torches. Uh,
Ooh, that is a hefty stack of copper, isn't it?
Hang on, let me have a look again. Yeah, like it's a lot of copper. I know you upgraded the auto smelting, but that's gonna need a short while. Ooh, 14 tungsten. I'm gonna nab that to go in.
I did say I'd be mining a decent bit of
We've
tungsten.
also got like 7 diamonds from the condensers, which I'm gonna use those as well, so I can like top up my Klein star fully.
We've probably got quite a few diamonds in the actual chest as well from the power flower.
Yeah, have a look. Give me a sec. Yeah, we got over 2 stacks, so we're gonna be doing pretty good, I think, by the time we finish this mining. Okay,
Oh,
so
I'm immediately spending all of it on upgrading the power flower. Like,
of course you are. Right, so if we have a quick break here, so that we can run to the toilet, grab drinks or whatever, then come back. I'll stick on another condenser and we'll keep on mining. So we will be back in a few moments.
you.
Okay, we are back. So let's get over to this. But one thing I want to do first, because I want to make sure this is working again. Come on, Lakea. There we go. I don't know why she buggered it up earlier. Thank you very much. We got there in the end with her. Right, me and you, I gotta have to have words about your reliability, miss. Right. Okay, so I am going to sort out a third condenser just to make, like, I don't think we're going to overwhelm these two, but just in case, I think.
Just
In
in
fact, to
case.
be fair, actually, they're going. Oh, there's only you going at the moment, isn't there? Yeah, I'll make a third one, and then. In fact, I can make a third one really easily, actually. I can just pick one up and stick it inside the other. That'll
Redundant
do
deception.
it. Go. And now put that back in. Doob. And if I put the other one there with another stone pipe. Oh, and I haven't put the diamond in this one, have I? Well, pipes. Buildcraft, that's what I'm looking for. Stone. To be fair, having a few extras is never a bad thing. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay, you know what? In fact, you know, that'll be fine if I just replace this with an iron pipe. Again, it'll be messy, but it'll work. That's all we really care about. Throw that up there. Hang on, wait, hang on. Did Lakea post that Oh, I know why Lakea posted that twice. Because both the Woodland and Lakea post that. Oh, wait, no, wait. Yes, no. Yes. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna have to rethink that. Damn it. Why is development such a pain in the ass? It's ideal? No, but it works. Right. So, build craft back in there. Oh, connecting to chat. Oh, yes, it's definitely had issues, like staying connected to Twitch chat of late. Like, for maybe a month or two now, it just doesn't seem able to stay connected. I'm not sure if it's, like, only OBS or if it's Twitch itself or what. But it definitely has a bit of an issue. That's all that done. I'm just gonna dump all that in there while I'm here. I'll keep half stack. There we go. Right, coming back down. Coming back down.
Have you got torches?
I've got plenty, yeah. Do you want me to bring down extra few?
Nah, I'm alright. I'm just double checking after you forgot them last time.
I didn't clear my inventory out from last time. I literally just sorted out the condenser
There.
stuff. But it looks like we're doing fairly well on resources. I knew we weren't going to fill all 9 chests up, but I figured it's easy to set up too many. So...
Well, we'll see if it's quicker now, because I spent quite a lot of time faffing about with
You did, so now we're both going. We should be able to get a fair bit. Where was I digging? Oh, I'm back in the bottom layer. Oops. We should probably pick up the end of chests from down there, because I don't think we mine on that layer anymore, do we?
Not really, no.
Another slime. Peep! Bugger off! Bloody slimes. Hey. Boom. Right, yoink. Yoink. Right. Nab all of that. Keep digging upwards. Keep it. Oh, Lakea, she's now spamming the. Why? Why have you posted that 3 times? Wait, no. Check out the stream. Why have you what? Lakea, stop! What is up with? Why? Wait. What? You shouldn't. There should. Nah, okay, I think I'm gonna have to like check a config. I might have got the timings wrong. That might be user error, to be fair, with the timers. I'll have to go back and check. Oh man. It could be user error, it could be development error, it could be a bug, I don't know. I'll check later on. This is one of the reasons why I want to like ask other streamers to give her a go as well, because I don't want to say I want to use other streamers for bug testing, but it does kind of help reveal bugs when more people are using it. But it also gives me user feedback for what people like to see in these things. Plus, it also just some of it is actually useful for other streamers. Like, okay, she's still a bit buggy at the moment, unsurprising. She's barely alpha stage, but some of
Wait.
the functionality is genuinely like quite useful.
I do love how you're saying this when technically it was 15 minutes ago we complained about beta testing, people beta testing other stuff for free. Like,
The difference is I'm not charging people 60 quid.
hey, you're not paying them though, are you?
No, they're getting a free piece of software. I'm not. I did say I'm not trying to use them for testing. It's just useful for user feedback. Although I
And
do get what your statement going for, I do feel like it's a very different situation. If I was charging 60 odd quid like I was giving them a full finished product, fair argument. But when it's just like, look, here's a tool, but it's still early development, let me know what you think. Nah, bit different. I think
if you say so.
you're just doing this to wind me up, you little shit.
Oh yes.
Oh, man. Yeah, she'll get there. She'll get there. BB. Right, mine up. And then out. And fill in the hole here. Oh, joys of joys of joys. Oh, man. I'm just. To be fair, someone at work was asking me why, because we were talking a little bit about it. Someone was like, oh, why didn't you write her in Python? You could have written her a lot quicker in Python. And it's like, oh, no. Like, yes, I could have written her a lot quicker in Python, but Python's not a good language for it. For starters, it's just Python's a great scripting language, but it's not great for full development for a number of reasons. Um, Such as, and this is another reason why I didn't use it, it's slow. As a language, it is incredibly slow. We're talking hundreds of times slower than like Java or C Sharp. Like, it is incredibly slow. And while it does have a lot of library support and stuff like that, it's because I can't remember the names of the languages, but when you build stuff in like C Sharp or Java or C++, you compile it at build time, which means any errors or anything that might crop up, you get aware of when you build it. Python's not like that. It compiles everything at runtime, which means you aren't actually aware of any errors until you run the program and it hits an error. Now, it's not that this can't happen in other languages, but in other languages they crop up far less often. In Python, because it's a scripting language, not designed for full desktop environments, you end up with this issue. And it ends up sparking up a huge debate at work. Because they're like, because one person in particular is quite a fan of Python and
Hmm.
thinks we should be using it more often. Oh, have you used Python out of interest, Tim?
Yeah, I used it for a couple of uni stuffs.
Oh, we used it for the robotics thing, didn't we? Forgot about that.
Mm.
That would have been
I
a
did-
lot of fun if it wasn't for the fact the software we had to use was so fucking unstable.
Hey, do you know what I actually got in that one?
What?
I got a first.
Oh, nice. What did you use to solve? Like, what method did you go for in the end, out of interest? To like get so for everyone else's context, for the robotics thing, when we were at uni, we had a program that simulated a robot in a maze. We had to try and find our way out of the maze. So what?
So
Go on.
mine was just using the keep left method, but basically I pointed out because it was just purely squares, um, and it would as such it was like if you if you figured out the numbers, you basically could do perfect math. So you had the sensor to your left, your sensor to your right, and I made sure that they were always sensing the same distance. And the moment it was no longer sensing anything to the left, it meant a corner was coming up. It would very specific. It would go a very specific amount forward, turn left 90 degrees, and then it would carry on doing what it was before. And that was it. But he was saying that was actually quite smart. Everyone else was trying to real complicate, and he was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that works." So that's why I got it first because it was simple. It did the job, and it got the way. It actually got it out of the maze. So,
Yeah, sometimes simplicity is the way forward. Um, like you don't always need to be super complicated. I know it's
mm,
a mistake I often make. I overcomplicate things, and I'll realise later on, or you or Will point out to me, why have you done it that way?
Well, the funny one is, and obviously overall, Will is the better programmer than me, I'd say, especially for games and stuff. But like whenever it's math-based stuff, he often just messages me and asks for a hand.
Yeah, I think honestly we're actually pretty good as a group because we complement each other's skills quite well. So it's like in
Mm,
terms of development, I'm the strongest developer, being the one that works in actual development.
mm.
Will, for like games and that, he's got some development knowledge, but his skills are really in design and stuff like that. Like the particle effects that like we have on stream, he's made like the level design and stuff like that. A lot of that stuff is where he really excels at. Like the maths and everything that you can do is like the rest of us can do it, but we'll take a hell of a lot longer getting there. Like, if you want maths, folks, go to Tim. You could probably have done a PhD in maths if you wanted, or a degree in maths.
I probably could have, but yeah.
No interest, yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Oh boy. Just because we can. Nab all of this. Oh man. But yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why we work quite well together in like game jams and that. All our skills complement each other quite well.
Sometimes we do have personal conflict in game jams, let's be honest, but
Less so nowadays, I think. Certainly in the past, though, we've had them. I think part of that, though, is like, in fairness, when we've had it in the past, usually it's at times when we've got a lot going on, like personally, so that didn't help.
oh yeah, like
Like, we were at uni, others had other things going on. It was just not always the best of times, is what it is. Life gets in the way sometimes.
aye, such is life.
Aye. You planning on joining us for next global? Oh, you little bugger.
No idea.
That's fair. So, what will be 24? So this will be like our 8th global. Man,
It
can't believe we've
basically
been doing
depends
it for
whether the
that.
coach comes back or if it's trains. Like,
I mean, Will'll be driving down,
fair point.
presumably. Like, you'd have to check with him, and I'm obviously not going to volunteer him for giving you a lift, but I'd be surprised if he said no.
Given the state I was in last time, it was actually trains that was on the plan. Like, you saw how bad a state I was in, like after the D&D weekend.
Yeah, trains are a bit of a faff. The thing with you, I was saying this to the mums, is you're a real pain in the ass to travel with because when it comes to trains, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, on one hand, because of your Asperger's, you need to know beforehand where you're going and you need every detail so you can
Yep.
relax. But on the other hand, your sense of direction is fucking awful. Like, so you have no like I can tell you the names of stations, where we're going, stuff like that, and it all means nothing to you. So it's a mix of saying, right, this is what we're doing, we're going there, then we're doing this, then we're doing this, then we're doing this, and also a mix of telling you to just shut up and follow me.
Yeah.
And to everyone watching, I know that sounds really horrible, but that's genuinely what it is trying to travel
Yeah.
with Tim. Oh.
I do not travel well. Like,
Unfortunately not. Okay, no, tell lie. If you're in a car and you're going somewhere, you're fine. It's public transport. You just get really anxious about it.
mm.
And in fairness, public transport is a pain in the ass sometimes.
I could not do it these days as well with the sheer amount of strikes that go on. Like,
I don't think there's as many of them at the moment. I call. I could be wrong. I'd have to check, but I think they like started to get somewhere with negotiations. Someone in chat might have to confirm that for me. I could be talking complete hogwash. I certainly wouldn't be surprised if they haven't got anywhere. Um, oh man. In fairness, though, the strikes are actually. You'll appreciate this. The strikes aren't too bad in the fact of they announce everything well beforehand. Like
Mm.
kudos to the guys organizing the strikes. They have done everything they can to have the minimum impact possible on the general public. As much as like media outlets and that keep trying to blame them and everything, saying the damage they're causing to the public, like they've done an amazing
Yeah.
job. So
There was one I read about in Japan, and I'd be curious to see what would happen if they attempted that in a Western country. But you might have even read this online and stuff. Their train drivers went on strike, and their train bus drivers and everyone. But instead of just not working,
oh,
they
they
kept
kept
everything running, and they
working,
just
but
refused to take any payment for anything.
yes, I heard about this. Yeah, I honestly I think that's a even better way of doing it. Unfortunately, I don't think that works here because most people pay online and in advance.
Mm,
Like, so it's just not really gonna work. Um, but I do think that's genuinely a good idea because that's gonna screw companies up even more.
mm,
Like, because suddenly now they've got operating costs and they're not making any money back. So that's more likely to get somewhere. Like, I'd be more sympathetic to companies than that, but so many of them, particularly big ones, just clearly take advantage of people. And it's like, so I overheard some people saying at work a while back that they couldn't understand why train drivers and that were striking when they get paid so well. And it's like you're clearly missing the point. They're striking because they've effectively been getting pay cuts because inflation is so high and they haven't had any pay rises in years. They've been taking pay cuts. And the main reason this stings is because the main corporations are literally like they're posting online about record profits. And it's like, right, so
mm,
all your workers are taking pay cuts while you are making record profits. How is that fair? And I think that's something that some people just kind of miss.
mm.
Like, don't get me wrong, I would hate to take a pay cut. Like, if I had to, then fair enough. But if I took a pay cut and my work started saying, oh, we've made out the most profit we've ever made, I'm going to be fucking pissed. I'm not going to be happy about it. Flying all this off. Is there something we can do with this big open space that we've ended up producing? Or is it just going to forever be a big open space?
I think it's just going to be the cavern.
The Cavern. I like that. We're going to use that name. The Cavern. Sounds almost ominous. Oh. If we ever need a
They'll say,
big open space, if we need to test nukes or anything. Oh man. Right. Let's see. Let's keep mining. Chill mining stream. Oh, bloody gravel.
sounds very chill.
Well, besides the like minor rants I've been having at like Lakea not working and games companies taking advantage of people and yada yada yada. Oh, you little shit. Oh man. To be fair, I don't rage as much on this channel as I did at my old channel. I think on my old channel I've just got sick of playing Dungeon Keeper. Like, I enjoy that game, but fucking hell, some of those campaigns did me nothing.
Well, the problem is you only played that.
I did only play that. The thing was, there was just a lot to offer, and I did really enjoy it. But yeah, it did start getting dull in the end. Oh man, I think I'm still like 4th or 5th in the speed running, which is kind of amusing. Out of like 6 people. I'd have to look. Oh man. I still like one of my favorite moments from those streams was where I did that speedrun. And in like a 3 hour stream, I beat Glitchy by what 12 seconds or something like that. Oh,
Jesus.
genuinely did not think that was gonna happen. Do that, get a bit more space. Get a bit more space. Oh, joys. Do you do any programming or anything nowadays, or anything computer sciencey?
Not really.
Fair. Got any projects in mind, or just nah?
Just nah. Like I probably should at some point, but
I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. It's not like you're obligated. Alright. Let's see. Got that one there. Keep chunking away at this. I can still hear more sodding slimes. They're doing my absolute nutting. You're right, Previous. It's definitely worth keeping your skills honed. Like, Tim will definitely be a little bit rusty at this point, particularly as technology changes and stuff like that. So I don't think you programmed in .NET 6, have you, Tim? Or
no.
.NET 7? Yeah. And you've never used Java or anything. So don't worry, Jeevius. I'll get him doing something at some point. I'll drag you into helping me with Lakay or some of the other projects.
Oh,
I'm
no.
sure you'd love to do sort of testing stuff where you can sit down and laugh at me telling me it's broken.
I've seen how you code. Not a chance.
What do you mean you've seen how I code?
I'm joking back from uni when you bloody. So some of the assignments you handed in, quite frankly, like,
I don't even remember what I handed in. To be honest, I didn't
half the
ever
time
really...
my fucking work.
I didn't hand in your work.
Right?
Cheeky bastard.
Do you not remember the Haskell one, where we had to make a text editor and you never could figure it out, so I practically did it for you?
No, I don't remember that. I genuinely don't remember that. Oh, hello.
And it was
I
Haskell.
used to enjoy doing these things. I
They're
enjoy problem
clearly
solving.
not in Haskell.
To be fair, actually, some of the stuff we did at uni was a bit of a pain, so possibly. Yeah, I don't remember that. Not that it did any good in the end. I still failed my last year. I consider switching to coding sometimes. It can be a lot of fun. It's one of those things where if you just want to have a bit of fun with, it's not hard to get into. But if you want to like really become good at it and become an engineer, fucking hell, it gets deep. But it's definitely worth a look into. Don't think I have the time or money for re-education though. Depending on what you wanted to learn it for, Jeevius, I might actually advise against going into education for coding. It would depend what you wanted to use it for. If you wanted to do it for a career switch, I would actually advise against education. Because the way they teach you to do development, and I'm specifically saying development here, not coding, because coding is only one part of development, then I would not do education. Because they teach it wrong, to be honest. They teach you to do computer science like education, and not the way that we do it in our careers. It would be for a career switch. So if you wanted to do a career switch, I'll be interested to see what people who've been in the industry longer than me would say. But I would say you're better off doing self-learning. Sure, some online courses can be good. But generally being able to show your skill set. So doing your own projects, learning technologies and stuff like that. Because what a lot of companies care about is your experience. And are you able to use these things? So being able to work in tech stacks, being able to adapt. It also depends on if you're looking at becoming a coder, a developer, or an engineer. So, because
Yes.
those are actually kind of different roles. What was that, Tim?
The only thing that I would say is on any sort of programming like that, definitely worth early on just spending a couple of hours researching some of the basic do's and don'ts in the industry of coding, because there are some bad habits that if they get ingrained early on, they're a fucking asshat to shift later on. Like
They are,
it.
but I'd also be careful looking at some of that stuff just because there's some people who do like blog posts and that who are very opinionated. Like if you look at
Mm,
different tech stacks and stuff like that, for example, Python, and the way Python programmers do things are very different to what the rest of the industry do, and
mm,
I would argue are bad practice in a lot of ways. For example, a lot of Python programmers will tell you to make sure your code is Pythonic, which is basically Python for, right, everything in your code should fit on a single line of code, regardless of how poor the readability is. So, yeah, but it's certainly stuff like that, as Tim said, like looking up general do's and don'ts to get an idea isn't a bad move. That's what I meant by not having the time. I barely have an hour free a day. Yeah, unfortunately, when it comes to coding, a lot of it you've got to be prepared to do a lot of self-learning anyway, as bad as it sounds. You've got to put the time in. The thing is, technologies change constantly. It moves at a rapid pace. There's always new updates. There's new tech stacks. Tech stacks change. Environments change. There's new operating systems. Like you've got a lot you've got to try and stay on top of if you want to stay relevant, and you need to stay relevant because otherwise what you offer becomes less and less valuable for employers and stuff like that.
mm.
But
There's very, very few programming languages out there that I'd say will still be around even like 10, 15 years. Like they will have just completely shifted. Like,
they'll still be around, but yeah, their form will have
yeah.
shifted. Well, not necessarily. C++ hasn't changed much. It's had more features
Oh
added,
yeah,
but it's
see,
not changed.
what there that like one programming language that is still like used as like an absolute base framework for everything from 1986, and there's like six people in the world that actually know how to properly do it, or something ridiculously stupid like that or something.
Not familiar with that. A lot of things are generally dependent on. Yeah, I'm not sure. I wouldn't know about that one. Possibly. It wouldn't surprise me, to be fair. I wouldn't go Python too close to PowerShell. Python is. So, I depend on what you're looking at. Python could be a solid choice, but I would say personally, and this is personal opinion, it's better suited to DevOps work, Python. For example, if you want to set up automated testing, Python has some beautiful libraries. Like Behave in Python is absolutely brilliant. I love Behave, so that would be an awesome choice. Other things as well for DevOps functionality would be brilliant, but it is quite close to PowerShell. And you can use tools such as Jenkins and stuff like that that would help you with your DevOps. If you wanted to look at a specific language or a specific tech, I would probably say .NET or Java for desktop development. If you want to look at web applications, which a lot of the like industry is starting to look at, then the MERN stack, which is like Mongo, Express, React, and Node, is a good shout. Although that's more of the functioning programming paradigm, as opposed to like object orientated, which is what .NET and Java are. So yeah, it really depends on what you want to look into, what you want to work on. Like it's such a wide variety and there's so much stuff to do. And the thing is, there's a lot of people tell you to do things a lot of different ways. And there are like industry standards, but even within that, you'll find that different like tech stack or different communities that use different tech stacks will do things different ways. For example, Tim, you know what camel casing is, don't you, with your variable names?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's .NET. So camel casing is a way of naming your variable names, and it's where you'll have no spaces in your variable name, and it'll all be lowercase except the first letter of the word. So your first word will be all lowercase, and then every word after that, the first letter will be capitalized. That's camel casing. If you use Python, however, they don't use camel casing, they use snake
Uh,
casing.
Gotta get some
Um,
torches.
yeah, here you go. Where everything is lowercase regardless, and they have underscores as spaces. Now, realistically, neither of these matter. It's just a variable name. You can use either. It's more of the consistency and the fact of two different communities are using two different standards. You don't want to mix the two though, just because that's like bad habits. So, but it's a really solid example of just how like different communities do things different ways. Still, I can do PowerShell. Python wouldn't expand my skill set enough. That's fair. Certainly, if you're looking at doing full development work, like I said, I wouldn't recommend using Python. So that would be a fair point. I would definitely go .NET. I already had a taste of it through PowerShell. .NET is a nice one. I quite like .NET. It's where most my skill set is. It's the one I've got the most experience in. Most of my personal projects are written in .NET. I have used other things, so like our RTMP server, that's using Node, which is JavaScript, and I've done one or two other MERN stack stuff. But most our technologies are in .NET. So Lakea is a .NET console app using framework 6. Mouthful of water. So I could definitely recommend that one. That would be a solid choice to go. If you wanted to have a specific technology, I would probably recommend to start. I would probably recommend looking at C Sharp WPF. WPF is something you use for building windows and stuff like that. So it's a UI tool, and it works very like it's like HTML. It's a markup language, XAML. So you would use basically your XAML, which is like HTML, to build your UI, and then use C Sharp to run it in the background. So that would be a good place to start if I had to recommend one. It is a bit of a ball ache to get going, like figure it out from the start, but once you get there, it's not a bad one. I definitely wouldn't recommend Windows Forms. It's easier to get into Windows Forms. Great for prototyping. I use Windows Forms for prototyping all the time, but I wouldn't build like a full application in it. Aside from the fact it doesn't look very professional, it's just not quite as powerful, not quite as
Uh,
versatile as other technologies such as WPF.
Win Windows Forms, that was the one that we bloody used in college, wasn't it?
Yes. Like it's not a bad one, and you can make tools with it very easily. Like it's got a lot of good uses. I just wouldn't make a product to sell to a customer type deal,
Hmm.
because it aesthetics mean a lot when you're talking to a customer. They
Yeah.
don't necessarily care about all the technical jibber jabber. Um, like aesthetics mean a lot, and unfortunately, Windows Forms is difficult to kind of like get it to look good, and not just kind of like a generic Windows window.
Hmm.
Um, but certainly, if you want to make a quick prototype or whatever, Windows Forms is the way to go because you can put it together very quickly.
I'm
So,
pretty sure I've actually still got on my computer somewhere um, the games that I made for college in them.
oh man, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Yeah,
Because
they're not well optimized for that at
no,
all.
because I
You
remember
can
you
do
actually
it. Hmm?
you actually quite enjoyed the second one that I made, didn't you?
I don't remember what it was. I remember the one that was kind of like chess.
Yeah, that was the one. You quite enjoyed it at the time because it was like you had pawns chasing after you that could move one square, and you had to click around the board, moving like a knight, and you
Yeah, I
had to
think I
take out as many
remember that.
pawns as you
Yeah,
could.
yeah, that was actually pretty fun. To be fair, it was a fun little game. Oh man, I don't remember the games I made for the game course. Interestingly enough, I can still tell when that module comes up at white.
Do you still get messages?
I I still get messages and like I don't look at my old YouTube channel's like stats very often, but it's still the viewership still spikes at times. Like you can tell when it comes up because the viewership in those tutorials spikes, which is not good because they're awful tutorials.
Don't know what you're on about. Top
I've
tier.
been tempted a few times to make like new tutorials just to prove that I can make good tutorials. It's just like the time for it, but I have been very tempted to like make new tutorials just to like make better tutorials than that because those were awful. They were awful tutorials. Oh, I've already read that message. But if you do ever get into development, Devious, let me know. I'm more than happy to like lend a hand, like recommend tutorials, like help you over projects or whatever. More than happy to lend a hand on that kind of stuff. I enjoy sharing projects and stuff like that with people. It's often quite fun to see what people get up to and what they can do. And honestly, personal projects are like the best way of learning, I find. Like I've learned a lot through doing things myself. I've learned a lot through work. Work's definitely exposed me to a lot more technologies. But in terms of specifics, a lot of what I've like learned has been more through self-learning, such as
Oh, my
messing with
client says run
Twitch's
out.
fucking API. Damn, that's impressive. I've certainly used a lot of what I've put in as well after my recharge.
How much did you originally have it there?
What, when we first started or
Yeah,
like after the recharge?
both.
When we first started, I think I was on like 240. And then when I went back up, it was on like 80,000. And then when I came back down, I think it was on like
Oh,
320,000. And I'm now on like 209,000.
it shows how much more I've been mining.
Yeah, I know, but I've been talking to the chat. You know, we've been streaming this whole time. You know, chat. I've not been like just making up imaginary friends and talking to them myself, like interacting with genuine other human beings because you know we get out and do things in life a
Eh,
little bit
I
more.
don't mind too much. I'm not meant to be using my jaw too much, so.
Well, why the fuck didn't you say that? You didn't have to join me on stream. You
Nah,
idiots. Yeah,
what was it called again?
you've not got like a contract. Like you're not obligated. Like don't get me wrong, I enjoy having you on, but you've not got like an obligation to come on stream.
But I
This isn't
do.
fucking Amazon. This isn't the Amazon
Oh,
warehouse.
you muppet!
What do you mean? Oh
You
fuck!
did.
What's happened there?
You did not put a diamond in the third condenser for it to actually start condensing shit.
Oops. Oops a daisy.
Also, this one's overflowing.
Do you all put? There's more condensers if you all put more condensers in. I probably will. It's mostly where I get sick of doing people management. I think I have an illusion of coding being a lot more isolated. It depends on what you're doing with the coding. If you're working solo on a project, then yeah, it can be a lot more isolated. But if you're doing like full projects with other people, you'll have meetings to figure out how you're gonna do, see where you're at, and you'll do paired programming to solve problems or whatever. There's a lot more like cooperation than you realize. So there's a lot of like isolated working as you're working on an individual task, but then there's also like the paired working and the like meetings and stuff like that. Of course I see you guys as buddies. Like, okay, it's a little bit different when we're mainly talking over Twitch chat and stuff like that, but you come hang out. I love seeing you guys. Like, genuinely, I've said before, I love the fact that you guys come along and hang out with us on stream. It still amazes me to this day that anyone is actually interested in coming hanging out on these streams with us. Genuinely makes me feel really good. Which is then ruined by the fact that I've fucked that up looking at Tim's screen. You can put in another condenser if you want to. There's plenty more.
I'm just wondering what the fuck this is. Like,
Oh, a mess. I can't be bothered to do it properly, okay? You can tear it down if you want and change it up. It's a mess. It's a fucking mess. I'm aware it's a fucking mess.
well, Mikey. Right. My key thing with it is you put this third condenser in. How's the cobble actually getting into it? Because all your cobble, your dirt, your stone, gravel, that comes through. Look at my beauty.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Right.
your view.
So
Okay.
all of them go
Yeah.
into this one. They can't go that way, so they go down. And I suppose they just how were they so uneven? You just forgot to put a diamond in it, you div. Like,
Yeah, I know. It's not my best pipe work, okay? I've laid better pipes than that before. I just can't be asked. Oh, since it's been a while, I'm just gonna quickly like test something. Yep, she's still going. Not you, fake Lakeia. Bugger off, the real Lakeia. I want the real Lakeia. Put it back there.
I'm gonna start processing all these bits that we got.
Nah, come on, stay down here. I want to see all the stuff we've got before doing that.
Alright, fine.
So, like, do a bit more mining, and we'll do. Tell you what, if we mine for another 20 minutes or so, then we'll go back up, see what we've got, and we'll look at ending the stream then, because, like, I do need to do some other stuff tonight.
I put 3 stacks of diamonds from the power flower into me thing, so.
Oh, that should do quite nicely. Like I said, mine's slowly getting drained as well, so. I am gonna have to, like, get fake Lakeia to stop posting to chat. The thing is, she still has to post for some things. Because at the moment, the real Lakeia isn't able to pass information into our woodland scene. So our woodland scene is still listening to Twitch to pick up redeems for like feeding the fire and such. And it has to keep listening until I can get Lakeia to pass in the relevant information. Which is going to be a bit of a big job because integration is the hardest part of development. Well, yeah, I would say it's the hardest part that I've had to do so far of anything. It's a bloody nightmare. Oh boy. Right, zip back this way. Send a load of stuff. Boom, boom, boom. You back in the mine yet?
Yep.
Awesome. I do want to see how much we've mined out. It's going to be a fucking big amount.
You should try coming up down this end for a minute.
Oh, I can imagine. I'll do that when we finish up. We're certainly not going to be short on resources after this, I don't think. Having said that, how many resources do you think we've spent doing this?
A decent chunk.
You do have to wonder to some extent if we're actually using more than what we're getting back out at this point.
No, we're not. I can promise you that.
Well, yeah. But I do wonder, like, what the actual return is in terms of, like, percent, if you know what I mean.
I couldn't tell you that.
I've also just realised how you've been doing your mining for it to be so much faster. I've just started doing it. It's only taken over 2 hours.
Been doing?
I've just like the order you've been doing things has been different compared to me.
Ah, fair.
Oh, didn't mean to change that. Right, nab all of that. To be fair, yours has been more risky because it keeps getting blown up by bloody creepers. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, damn it, it's full. That one. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw. Again, I know you don't watch much of the stuff anymore, but you might be curious to watch. Rock Paper Scissors 2 came out on.
Rock, paper, scissors 2.
Yeah, anime Rock Paper Scissors 2 on Corridor.
Oh, right, okay, it's a Kodo video. I don't think I've seen the first one, to be honest.
It was the
I was
real
more just
controversial
thinking.
one.
Yeah, I don't think I actually watched that in the end. I kept meaning to, but I never got around to it.
It's really interesting seeing the differences, we'll say. Like,
Fuck, can't get rid of that. Oh well. Fair. I'll be honest, I just don't watch much YouTube. Yeah, the only people I watch consistently now are LTT and Code Bullet. Because he uploads frequently now, which is fucking amazing. At least on his
oh,
other channel. Oh, fuck lava. No, 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 no. Fuck, I fucked it. Fucked it. Shit.
you've done it, mate.
I'm in the lava. I went swimming in lava. That was not my smartest idea. Piss shit. Fuck. There we go. Minor mishap. We fixed it. We fixed it. Yoink. Oh, bloody hell, more gravel.
Yeah, the key, to be fair, I don't really watch them myself that much anymore, Corridor Crew. It is literally just those ones, because it's interesting keeping up with A, the drama, and like B, the technology.
The technology is cool. Like, it's honestly a shame the way that people misuse these technologies, like with the image generators and stuff like that. Because as technologies, they are incredibly cool. Unfortunately, it's just a case of people misusing technologies to take advantage of other people, which is it's just not on. But it is a shame. So because, like, if you think about it, the idea of being able to teach an AI to generate art and be able to generate images, like, ignoring the way people are using it, that's really, like, how cool is that? That you are able to draw an image of anything in seconds by just typing words into a prompt. Like,
Hmm.
that actual technology is really cool. It's just, unfortunately, like many technologies, people use it to make a quick buck or take advantage, which
You
is
know
a
what I found
shame.
out?
What?
Apparently, actually, a surprisingly big chunk of it is not safe for work stuff. Like, there are
Really?
yeah, there are entire websites popping up that use this technology um, for the drawing of not safe for work art and stuff. Oh, look here, calm down, calm down.
Lakea, stop! Why are you put? I think I'm okay. I think I'm gonna have to check timers. Yeah, your timers are a little bit fucked, Lakea.
Oh yeah, you are 100% right, Julius. Like, that is just the internet.
It is most the internet, really, isn't it? Yeah. Oh man, like even so, like it doesn't really matter that it's not safe for work. It's still the fact that it's taking other artists'
Hmm.
work and stuff like that. It's oh man, it's the same with like voice artists and that. I know there's not been as much a thing about it, but it's still the same thing when people are taking voice artists' voices and then running them through like voice generators. And
Hmm.
it's like it's not on. Like you are stealing someone's voice. Like The only argument I can potentially see for like voice generated stuff is when it's got to be dynamic in terms of like when you hire a voice artist, they're doing pre-recorded lines and they're set lines, which is fine when you're doing video games or whatever. But if you're doing something that's got to be more dynamic, so like the words it's going to be saying are going to be generated at runtime, say like text to speech, you can't really use pre-recorded lines at that point. But even so, you don't steal someone else's voice. You don't like hire a voice artist for like one session and then like make up the rest of the words or whatever using that. Like it's not on. It's again people misusing technology for their own benefit. And I think for some
Hmm.
people it's just ignorance, but others like know full well what they're doing and they just don't care. Do you know There I Ruined It on YouTube? No, I don't. I'm not familiar with that one. Is that a channel? Feel free to link it in the Discord. Oh, hello, Zombo. Hello, Zombo. Beep, 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 beep. Right, should we give it 10 minutes and then head back upstairs?
Yeah.
And then we'll have a quick look at what we've got, and then we'll probably end the stream a little bit earlier tonight, as I got other stuff to do. I've got a bit of a sore throat as well. I didn't realise you had one as well.
Oh, it's not my throat.
Your
I'm gonna
jaw,
have to get my
sorry.
jaw checked.
You're just not having a fun time at the moment, are you?
Oh, I'm just falling apart.
You're younger than me. You're like mid-20s. Stop falling apart. He has started matching artists with songs way out of their genre using AI. How so? Like, Baby got back in style of Elvis with Elvis voice? Oh, that. I'm not sure how I feel about that. That sounds like a mess. Aside from, again, taking people's voices without permission.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can't really ask Elvis for permission anymore.
Well, no,
But
he's dead. Like, it makes it a little bit difficult. But at the same time. Lava. That.
to be fair, you actually had that discussion of whether they did it or not quite a while back before, because I think it was Star Wars Rogue One. Um, one of the known characters from the original Star Wars died, but then they recreated him in CGI, and that was like one of the first occasions of someone's died, but they're still using their likeness thing.
Yeah, it does kind of raise the ethical question there, doesn't it?
Hmm.
The songs are fucking amazing, but ethically, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I think the problem there is like it's not a copyright problem because you can argue it's fair use, but the problem that you're stealing someone's voice, that's where it's getting a little bit sketchy. Like it might sound amazing, like sure, I imagine in some cases it does, but yeah, you're taking someone's personal thing. So yeah, I'm not sure I'd be a fan of that. It's one of the things like I've been wondering. So it's like one of the stretch goals I've been thinking we could have for Lakeia, and this is a stretch goal, so not promising, is maybe enabling some kind of text to speech. But it's like, well, that would need a voice pack, and like, okay, well, if that's the case, I'm gonna need like a feminine voice. But where would I get a feminine voice? Because like I can't use my voice.
Fiverr,
Hmm? What is
Fiverr,
it? What?
Fiverr.
What do you mean Fiverr?
You've never heard of Fiverr?
Well, no, I've heard of Fiverr, but what do you mean Fiverr?
Literally, just go on there, and there's like various people like they'll have the voice actor. You just sort of message one and say, "Hey, would
Yeah,
you be
yeah,
willing to
yeah.
do
No,
this?"
that's the problem, Tim. Voice actor, like, okay, voice actors are the problem, but it can't be pre-recorded lines, can it?
Yeah, you train it on their voice
What? No,
if they're
absolute.
willing.
If they're willing, yeah, but most voice actors aren't going to be willing. Like, because that's taking work away from them. Like, if someone was willing, then absolutely, sure, I'd be more
That's what I'm
open to
saying.
doing it.
Fiverr.
People will allow you to use their voices for training. You can find some, no problem.
Mm.
Then maybe I'll have a look. If people are okay with it, then fair. But I like the last thing I would want to do is I absolutely would not want to take it from someone who is not okay with it, for obvious reasons. And it would still be a case of if they turned around and said, "Yeah, I'm not comfortable anymore," I'd cut it off. I'd get rid for their reason. Yeah, that's the issue. Like normally I'd just put my own voice through a generator, but unfortunately I don't have a feminine voice. Like it wouldn't sound right. Um, which is ironically why I needed a voice actor, because I need someone who can actually change their voice so that it sounds right. But then I'm taking advantage of them by ramming it through a generator. So it's a bit of a catch-22. It might be worth having a look at. I believe there's other voice packs out there anyway that have been generated from like raw data, but I wouldn't know specifically. It's something I still need to like look into, to be honest. I've not done any research on that yet. Right, I'm gonna go back to where I was mining, and I'm gonna put on my view, and I'm gonna show just how fucking big this cavern is. Yeah, that's the whole issue. Like, it's one of those things where if I implement that functionality, it'd be really cool. And like I said, it's a if I implement that functionality, it'll be really cool. It's just trying to find the best way to do it ethically, because I'm not willing to do something that's going to be taking advantage of someone, for obvious reasons. So if I can find a way to do it ethically, great. If there's no way of doing it without taking advantage of someone, then I just wouldn't be doing it, I'm afraid. But we will see. I'll have a look into it at some point. Right, so to give you guys an idea of how much we've been mining out, this is what I've been mining. There's all this. This is just a small chunk. Look at all of this. Holy shit. Like, Tekkit's actually struggling to render all this properly. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Dude.
I'll tell you what, these backpack things, the
Make,
upgraded versions,
make it a
very
lot
much have been
easier.
helping out.
Yeah, they have. Shall we head back upstairs, see what we've got?
Sure.
Yeah, let's head over. But yeah, no, at the end of the day, all these things are really cool technology. Like, the things they could do are amazing. It's just unfortunately some people take advantage and misuse them. It's like any technology, which is something I do frequently have to point out to others. Like, people say that like AI art generation is evil, and it's like no, AI art generation itself is not the problem. It's the people who are using it. Like, there are use cases for it where it can be beneficial, and you can train it on like data that is fine. Like, you could, pay artists to let the train on it, or you could find artists who are okay with it, or you could just not train it on art. Go and train it on real life photos. There are loads of copyright free photos online that you could train it on and stuff like that. So I'm split on the whole voice actor topic. How so? Right, let's see what we've got, eh? Ooh, that is rammed. That's a lot of shit. Damn. And the next one's pretty good as well.
So, if we go 10
Nice.
minutes more, I might condense a bunch and see what I can do to the thing upstairs.
Alright, I'll give you 5 minutes, 7 minutes if that's okay. 7 minutes.
I'll see what I can get done.
So still got a few
Basically
diamond
everything that's
pieces to
not an
get.
ore. I'm just gonna start chucking in my clients there and see what I can get.
Just in your clients there. Can you... You greedy little bugger. Taking it all for yourself.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
turning it into
yeah, you are. Yeah, you are turning it into what's above as well, aren't you? Okay.
yeah.
I agree that you shouldn't use peoples to train AI without their consent. Yeah, that's fair. What's the bit you split on out of interest then? Oh man, I'm pretty sure you can generate new voices from raw data if you've got the right programs for it. It's just having the right programs for it. And the skills like that. That's not going to be some low level skill. That's probably going to be quite technical.
Mm.
Let's see. I'm going to try and sort out some of this other stuff. Dude, did you take all the diamonds to the power flowers bit? Okay, fair. You upgraded power flower. I'll let you off. I am going to start moving the ores over to your auto smelter.
And
Oh,
there's
hang on.
27 tungsten in there. Jesus.
Yeah, there's a lot of tungsten. Lot of tungsten. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna start moving all these ores over so that your thing can start working on it. Because it's gonna,
Yeah.
even with those upgrades, it's gonna need a while. But professions have historically disappeared, so I'm unsure if you should artificially keep the profession alive by forcing companies to use human voice actors on such. That is true. People have had issues like that historically. I think one of the most famous ones is not sewing machines, like when they started making jumpers by machine instead of having people. I think it was typically women in that time craft them. And I know like there was big revolts in that at the time because it was putting people out of a job. So it does like, I can see what you mean. It's not the first case of it, and you can
Uh,
argue it stifles innovation.
That's actually
So
where sabotage came from.
it is, isn't it? I think you told me about that before. Also, hi, Bladed. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Just lurking. Great to watch and listen on and off between tasks. No worries, buddy. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Yeah, like, I think you've said before that's where sabotage came from. People started sabotaging those machines because they wanted to keep their jobs, right?
Yeah. They would throw their wooden shoes into it, and the wooden shoes were called sabots.
Fair. That is actually pretty interesting. Did not know that. Oh, well, I think I did because you mentioned it before, but still, I didn't know it before you mentioned it before. So it does kind of raise that side of it. I see what you mean because I know that's something Will's pointed out before as well, isn't it? It's not the first time like technologies move. I think the main issue with these are more in terms of those machines, they weren't taking what other people have done. So, for example, with AI art, a lot of these AI algorithms are being trained on artists' work. So, people are specifically taking artists' work and training the models on that artist's work to then recreate it. So, they're literally taking away from that artist. Whereas some of these other machines didn't actually specifically take away from the people in terms of their skill set. Oh, are you on about specifically voices? Yeah, okay, on the voices front. I think it's the same sort of argument when people are taking other people's voices. If it's being generated from nothing, then I don't want to necessarily say I agree with you, but you do raise a good point, and it is kind of like, well, yeah, unfortunately, it's being produced from nothing. Like it's basically the same thing, and it's still going to be a skill at that point because we're talking about a highly technical skill. Like average Joe blogs from the roads is not going to know how to generate or synthesize. I think the term is a voice from nothing. So it's like different. Um, it's an interesting topic, that one. I can see what you mean. Only AI use I agree with is for automated coding or making Dagoff or from Oblivion say some goofy things. When you use an AI, you can get it to do some daft things. I would say be careful with blanket statements like that, Bladed. Um, so this is something that I do tell people all the time is don't be mad at the technology, be mad at the way it's used. And blanket statements like that are part of the thing there because AI itself is not a bad thing. Like even when you're generating, like I said earlier, with art and stuff, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's the way it's being used. So when people are using it to steal from an artist and then recreate that artist's work to sell on themselves, that's that person. The technology is just being used. It's a bit like saying a shovel is shouldn't be used, or like a spanner or whatever. It's a tool. Um, but absolutely, be up in arms when people are misusing it. I 100% back that. But just remember that it's not necessarily the technology at fault. It's the people misusing that technology. Like I've said this before. Oftentimes, technology can be incredibly cool, but people end up misusing it. And part of the problem with like all these voice changes, AI art generators, is how accessible they are. It's so accessible now and so easy for like I could download one offline right now, train it on someone else's art, and in theory start selling it off if I wanted. It doesn't take any special skills or connections or anything. The use of the tool may be regulated depending on how bad it can be if it's misused. Yes, yeah, and I think they should be more regulated in some ways. Um, I, I don't know. Okay, I've just said that. I don't know where I would draw the line. I don't know how you would regulate these things properly. Um, because on one hand, I think people should have access to cool technologies. It helps bring about more innovation and stuff like that. And I think it's cool that people can get involved. But at the same time, like this whole AI art thing and AI like voice stuff, it is a prime example of how it's being misused. AI must be regulated, in your opinion. I can certainly see how you've reached why you think that, Devious, and yeah, I understand it. I don't know where I would sit on that exactly. I would have to give it some thought, but certainly it could definitely be far better regulated because at the moment, people are able to just take advantage of it far too easily. So, at the end of the day, like I said, the take home from it is just remember that the technologies themselves are not necessarily at fault. It's often the way they are used that are at fault. I won't say it's the case with every technology because not every technology, unfortunately, needed to ever be invented, but a lot of the times it's the way they're used. So,
I think the other unfortunate thing at this point is it's already so accessible that at this point, trying to regulate it, like the government's already behind on internet stuff. Like there's still so many internet things that should be regulated that aren't. They've been around 20, 30 years. Like, and with this again being a whole new technology, it's going to take governments 20, 30 years to even start properly looking at this. I would guarantee you. Like,
probably. So, I definitely agree with you, Jeevius. It should be better regulated, but
yeah.
I wouldn't want to give specifics because I just have no idea how, and I don't know where I sit on how
Mm.
best to regulate it. It's definitely a difficult topic to try and figure out. Certainly, it should not be allowed to be free use the way it is at the moment because too many people misuse it, and it has a lot of consequences. I mean, okay, another example of something that's badly misused would be deepfaking. So deepfaking is an incredibly cool technology, and it's used a lot in like the film industry and stuff like that, and can have a lot of good uses for entertainment and such. But scammers and shit like that, and the fuck you can, and the shit you can do, when people take celebrities' faces and deepfake it into like pornographic videos and stuff like that. Again, it's a brilliant example of a really cool technology that is being really badly misused.
Mm.
So, Snapchat's AI gave some kids recommendations on how to best commit suicide. Yeah, like I heard about that. That is one of the reasons why I hate it when like companies try and like shoehorn stupid features into applications anyway, and because it's like, oh, you're not doing it to actually add to the application. You're just doing it because it's the latest buzzword, which is really fucking stupid. But that is exactly why I don't think that you kids should be allowed. Because the thing is, you don't know what AI is going to come out with. You genuinely don't. I've been playing around with some some LLMs, so large language models. I think I said this in the Discord, and you don't know what they're going to come out with. Genuinely, at one point, one of the ones I was like working with, I think we were talking. What was I talking to it about? I think I was trying to get it to like pretend to be Lakeia to see like what would happen if I tried to get it to play as Lakeia, and it started trying to talk about bedroom activities. Like it really started to get very clearly not safe for work with some of the things it was saying, and I was uncomfortable. I'm a grown ass man, but when you get this AI starting to talk about how it wants to spread its legs open in great detail and things it wants to do in the bedroom, it's like I don't want this. I was trying to get it to not come out with that kind of content, and I still got it. And I'm a grown ass man. If it starts giving it to kids, or worse, when it's giving stuff like that, how to commit suicide, it's you don't know what the AI is gonna come out with. So yeah, some things should not be. I'm not saying that people should have no access to AI, but it should definitely be far better, like regulated and such. I have no idea how you go about it. Yeah, like I don't know where I'd sit on how heavy the regulations should be, and I don't know how you'd go about it, but I definitely agree there should be more done to stop it being like so open and potentially damaging. So anyway, I
As you say,
think. Oh, go on, Tim.
go on. Hang on.
I was about to end the stream, so go on, finish up.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. It's kind of like guns. I agree, Julius. I 100% think that people have no reason to have guns. The average Joe has no reason to have guns. I think the same about fireworks. We won't get deep into this debate. We can have it on another stream. But I do not think people should have guns. I do not think people have fireworks because they are literally an explosive, and the amount of damage that can be done with them and that, just don't agree with it. Yeah,
It's.
firing ranges are okay. That's different. It's
I, th-
actually owning a gun in your own house.
I think it's an interesting discussion because it depends on every single other rule that's about it. Because you only need to look at two examples: the Swiss and America. The Swiss, they have. I think they still actually have 2 years of national service required, and you take your rifle home when you're done. They don't have many issues. Like every single person has a gun, but they don't have many issues. America, yeah.
Yeah, you can put yeah. So there is that. Like I still personally think you don't need to have a gun. Like what
Hmm,
is your reason for having a gun? But at least as you say with the Swiss you can argue, well look, they have very few issues. I can see an argument there. I don't agree with it, but I can see
hmm.
an argument. But yeah, the way like America does it, it's like, yeah, no, that's just plain wrong. you, I'm sorry, but you cannot argue for that to be right without being selfish, in my
Hmm.
opinion, because of everything that's wrong with it. Get certified to keep an eye. But if it doesn't behave, then you're on the Fuginook. Yeah, that I can believe. Anyway, we will end it there because I actually wanted to end it about 10 minutes ago because I'm meant to be hopping a call with someone else to help him sort some D&D characters. So, anything you all said before I change scenes, Tim?
Bananas.
All right, bananas, that was your last word. Right, let's see. Let's get some fuel on the fire, shall we? Fire! Thanks for a great discussion. Always, I really enjoy having these discussions with you guys. I've said before I can't always give it my most thought because I'm multitasking, so I'll sometimes say something stupid, but it's still really fun to have these conversations, and I think it's well worth having because it helps people learn a little bit. Like, it gives me a chance to learn, you guys might learn something, and it can just help spread awareness on these kind of things. So, but yeah, some great discussions. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Thank you very much for joining in. I will be back tomorrow with some more Zelda Ocarina of Time. So we'll see if we're able to get a little bit further in that. I'll also hopefully be streaming this Saturday as well. If you want to join the Discord, exclamation mark Discord to join in. We're putting stream summaries. Oh, Lakea, what are you doing? Oh, okay, fair, that's fine. Thank you for that, Jeevius. Some more beautiful art from Gretatic. Yeah, so we have the Discord. Feel free to jump in. I'm going to have to get going because people are messaging me out. Thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Take care.